I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to commend a prominent Kano State politician, Senator Kabiru Alhasan Rurum. I was reading online the advice he gave to his people in Kano State. Some people can articulate their minds differently from the general crowd. He said that the present day Nigeria has changed dramatically from what it used to be. And that because I'm using my own words, and because of the current security situation, it is not advisable for people to carry guns, dogs, and machetes from Kano to the south to hunt. That is, if they are really coming to hunt, and they should desist from it. That's a reasonable person. That's a right thinking person. Senator, I salute you, sir, for using your brain. I want to talk also about the senseless embarrassment or humiliation or attack that was meted out to very dark man in Jos. If he criticized the governor of Plateau State for not being, how will I call it, proactive enough to prevent the numerous deaths perpetuated by bandits and criminals against his people. He is the chief security officer. And that does not deserve embarrassment or anger. I know that young man. If you do well, he will commend you. He has become the conscience of a lot of Nigerians. And some hirelings, these slaves, political slaves, were trying to humiliate him for speaking the truth. There's something I find strange in Nigeria. Once people are enjoying the fallout from corruption, they pretend as if they are not humans again. They pretend as if they are not Nigerians. They pretend as if their relatives are not affected. And so they tend to become attack dogs for their masters who, who are feeding them with fallouts of political dividends. One day it will catch up with you. One day it will catch up with you. It doesn't take long. Nigeria, karma is now resident in this country. I also want to comment on the statement made by a northern governor. He said that the call by, before I say that, I read in a report that the Plateau State government imported pump action rifles for civil defense and that they were confiscated by a security outfit in Nigeria. If that is true, then it leads me to the next statement. General Theophilus Danjuma said that some security outfits are collaborating with the bandits. So, if he said the people should defend themselves, that they should equip themselves with what the bandits are equipping themselves with. And that however they get their own, the natives should get their own. Self-defense is a fundamental human right. Self-protection is a fundamental human right. The Supreme Court judgment on Sunday Jackson was a flawed judgment, unreasonable thinking that Sunday Jackson, who was about to be eliminated, should have fled. So who gives right to somebody to attempt to eliminate somebody and then the other person should flee? So assuming Chad invades Nigeria, we should flee. Assuming Cameroon invades Nigeria, we should flee. Then why do we have armed forces? Danjuma, I don't sympathize with him. David Mark just spoke up. There were those who fought the civil war to keep Nigeria one. They've not been saying anything over the years. Maybe Danjuma said they've benefited from the rot, David Mark and Danjuma. Danjuma got $500 million oil well. He said at that time he didn't know what to do with it. His wife is a senator. They didn't say anything when this thing was coming up. Today it is affecting every person. But he was right to say that people should defend themselves. It is simple. It is simple. They should defend themselves. And so for that governor to come out that resorting to self-defense is anarchy, will cause anarchy, is an unreasonable statement. Ever since I grew up in this country, we've had civil defense. We've had people who guard communities from childhood. I'm getting to 70. It's nothing new. And people are not going to attack people, but those who attack them should know that the best form of attack is defense. And when these governors who are predominantly from the same ethnic stock with these criminals, these terrorists, these bandits, when they talk, it is irritating because there is this air of superiority and ownership of Nigeria and the entitlement mentality and a self-ascribed privilege that they can brutalize people and get free with it. Mr. Governor, sir, you are extremely wrong. Extremely wrong. Somebody comes to your house to attack you. I know your security forces will attack that person. So why do you talk as if you are not human? You talk as if you don't live in this country. Sir, please try to be more, have a little bit of humanity in your mind when you talk. And well, I always wonder, this is the kind of leaders we have in the northern part of Nigeria. The kind of leaders, the way they talk is rather sad. We have some stupid ones in the south too. In fact, leadership in Nigeria is there are very few reasonable people. Very few reasonable people. Barack Obama said that when he got into the presidency, he found out that even when presidents meet, he starts wondering how those people became who they are. Sometimes it bothers us. I was reading Machiavelli just a few minutes ago, and it seems as if it is these crazy, stupid people that usually end up in power. And then they surround themselves with slaves who don't have common sense. I'll be traveling to Liverpool today and we'll come back at night. When any person calls me here, it is 1 hour from here, 2 hours from here. I still carried my Nigerian insecurity to this place. When he said he will bring me back at night, Fulani headsmen, kidnappers, bandits, area boys were still roaming. These tenants, get out of my head. This na Manchester dey, na better place are there. Those people they know there. Get out. They see the waka for my brain. When he say we will come back for night, I was wondering whether police roadblock go there. This is we can decent world. Somebody rightly predicted that I will be very angry in my videos. True, I'm really angry. God bless Nigeria. Nigeria kò ní bàjẹ́.